God damn it. God fucking damn it. I gave the Blair Witch Project way too much credit. Way too much of a good review. Hello. What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB. I just got done watching for the very first time the Blair Witch Project 2. Yes, they made a sequel to the Blair Witch Project, which I saw that movie a few times, and whether you like it or you hate it, you have to at least appreciate and respect what it did for the horror genre, how much of a huge success it was. It made over $200 million. That's insane. So, of course, in the year 2000, they fast-tracked and they jumped at the chance to capitalize, to piggyback off of that success, off of that name, and they made the Blair Witch Project 2. This fucking movie, the plot is we meet these group of people who they're making their own documentary because they saw the Blair Witch Project movie and they loved it for the most part. So a bunch of people want to go to that town, to that woods, and they want to investigate it themselves because fuck it, why not? You see a movie about a bunch of kids who either get killed or gone to never be heard from again. My first thought is to go visit the place. Yeah. So they all bring their equipment and they're all going out there. They're doing their thing until, of course, something fucking terrible happens to each and every one of them. And for the most part, they deserved it. Now, I can't describe how bad this movie was because when this started, the first maybe 2, 3, I'll say even 5 minutes, it had an interesting premise. It had an interesting idea. At least a setup to the idea. Where it started off almost found footage, almost where they were showing the media reaction to the Blair Witch Project movie, the first one, and how much people liked it, especially the critics. They loved it, and how much money it made. It was this huge phenomenon, and that was okay. Now you're seeing the reaction to it, the backlash of it, and you're seeing fans of the movie react to it and say how much they love it and how much people really got into it to go to the place. And that's what I thought this movie was going to be about. I thought it was going to be found footage style, a bunch of like fans going to the place because sure, they're crazy, but then maybe have a similar thing happen but do it in a different way. No, this movie then all of a sudden abandons the found footage thing. They go to a straight regular shot movie, which was strike number 1, and then you bring in these actors who are essentially playing themselves because they all have their real names. Jeffrey Donovan plays Jeff, who's kind of sort of the main character. He's the one who's facilitating all this, leading the group. And I know this guy eventually goes on to do some like show on USA, I think Burn Notice, but man, was he fucking terrible. I'm sorry, but he was, and his character was an asshole, a douchebag, didn't care about him. You have this couple, Tristan and Steven, who they were the worst actors out of the group. They just were terrible, and they had this side plot, side storyline, as if I give a fuck about her being pregnant, but she doesn't want the baby, but he wants the baby. Oh no, what do they do? What is she gonna do? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? They have this girl, Kim, who's like the psychic of the group, and she had already sensed that Tristan was pregnant. She already knew somehow, some way, and constantly throughout the movie she's getting visions of just random shit happening, and she somehow knows certain things, and she can't even explain how she knows them. She just knows them. Too bad she didn't know how to become a better actress and fucking act well in this movie, because she did not do that. The only decent actress is Erica Learson, who is an actress that I didn't realize until watching this movie that I've seen her in a lot of horror movies. She just pops up all the time, and like she was in Wrong Turn 2, she was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, a bunch of other horror movies, but then now this one. And you know what? I like her. I do. I like her as an actress. Sure, she's cute, so there's that. But even her character was interesting. She was a witch. Okay, I take back the interesting part. But I like the fact that she at least acted like she knew what was going to happen, what was going to go on. But then it goes off the rails. Like, I tried to give her credit. She was the only one who was acting decently here. But then she starts going through these weird trances, and it's like she's getting possessed, and she can't control herself, and they look at the footage that they've been recording, and you see that, like, members of the group are going off and doing things without remembering doing so. It's like they're sleepwalking or whatever the fuck. I guess they're possessed. This movie is the laziest thrown together type script, thrown together casting, thrown together just everything, production. You start to see, there's moments where you start to see ghosts, and you start to see what could be the witch that even the first movie was talking about, but the first movie was smart enough not to show us that. As much as I might have thought that I wanted to see it, this sequel proves that I did not want to see it, especially when your budget is dog shit and the ghost looks like fucking terrible, looks like crap, looks like some of the worst effects. Like, I honestly, on my software, my editing system, could do a better fucking job than what I saw here. I felt ashamed. There's no way that this was in the theater. It probably was, but this should not have made $10. Like, nobody should have gone to see this. Hopefully nobody did go to see this. Hopefully they were smarter than fucking me, although, yeah, I saw it for free, but fuck, I wasted an hour and a half of my life that I'll never get back. I could have been doing anything else. I could have been watching anything else. Motherfucker. I'm pissed off right now because not only do you have just this terrible plot, a group of characters that you couldn't give fuck less about, terrible acting, terrible editing. The editing was atrocious. Like I said, one of the characters gets visions, but all of the characters start to get visions just randomly with no explanation. At least that one girl was the psychic, but then the guy Steven starts getting visions. Then Jeff starts getting visions, and none of it makes sense. They just get visions. They start seeing things. They start seeing the other characters doing things that they're not doing, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then that's where you get to the twist ending. What a twist! They went M. Night Shyamalan before he was really even known for doing that. The twist was, I'm just going to spoil the fuck out of this because honestly I'm saving you from seeing this movie. So the twist is that they thought that the witch character, Erica Learson, they thought that she was the one doing all of this. But then they find her dead. They find her body dead, and it's like, fuck, what's going on? So then they all turn on Tristan, the other girl, and they think she's the witch. So then they sort of hang her. And they think that they're saved and that they just, like, stop bad things from happening until the cops arrest all of them, throw them in an interrogation room, show them the footage of their own camera that they shot, and the footage shows them basically possessed. They were the ones who fucked shit up. They were the ones who trashed things, and they were the ones who killed these people, and they didn't know it. They didn't have... Even as I'm talking about this, like, who gives a shit, who gives a fuck? This twist is lame. This whole movie is lame. This whole plot is lame. I've never seen a first movie, be so innovative, be so creative, be so revolutionary to the movie genre. Let's be honest here. And then to shit out a sequel that was this lazy, that was this lackluster, pathetic. Even if you want to compare it to the Paranormal Activity movies that had a sequel every year, or the Saw movies that had a sequel every year, they at least had quality. Especially the Saw movies. They at least took time and effort and fucking cared. There's no care, there's no thought whatsoever with this movie. I'm done wasting my time. No more talking about this piece of shit movie. Fuck! Fuck this movie! Is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too was unfortunate enough to see this godforsaken movie. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later! Please won't you save my desires on fire. Sometimes you need a little peace at home.
So I